Hallelujah!
Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey, and welcome to the 16th day of this Minnesota Whiskey Elite blind whiskey tasting advent calendar. A lot of people ask me, Matt, how do you do it? How do you maintain the ability to just produce? You want to know my secret? It's either produce or drive a giant bus full of people through the steep Rocky Mountains. Probably only once. Truth is, I love my job. I get to do this, and I get to do it thanks to you, the viewers. So thank you so much, each and every one of you who are watching these videos. I truly appreciate it. And Jim Gaffigan, if you're watching, even you. Stole everything I ever worked for, though. Right here is the 16th pour of December. For some reason, I'm feeling really good about it. What's my track record for things having a positive outcome once I feel good about it? I don't know. I'm not Microsoft Excel. But if I ever want to hit the sheets tonight, I should probably get this review underway. There we go. You gotta coat the inside of the glass like a true professional. None of that spinning, swirling, twirling nonsense. When I was a kid, I thought that the whiskey twister was something that my brother would give to my nurples after he got home from partying. Now the whiskey twister has a totally different meaning. It's me dishing out the punishment.
Get to the chopper!
Ooh, the nose on day 16, I was right. I had a good feeling about it. And this smells like black cherries and goo. It smells like gooey black cherry sludge. Black cherry and barrel char. That thick syrup that you get out of the jar of the really good cherries. What are those called? Damn it. Oh boy. The, crap. They're not maraschino cherries. They're the, oh my gosh. No boy. Almost said cordial. They're not cordial cherries. I've housed about 40 boxes of cordial cherries since they hit the Walmart. What are they called? They're called, you know what I'm talking about. They're the cherries that you put in cocktails, but they're super expensive for a jar. They are the... I'm not leaving till I think of it. Sometimes I give myself an easy out and I call a friend or ask Amber, my AI agent. But not today. Today, it's all me. And I better stop talking and start thinking. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting here for a while. They are the... Luxardo cherries. Wow. Sometimes if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. It's Luxardo cherries and purplish berries. This whiskey smells like candy and I'm totally here for it. I love sugar. But a recent doctor's visit uncovered the fact that I don't have diabetes. Hell yeah. My favorite type of bourbon is extra oaky stuff. The oakier the better. Unfortunately, that comes with a price tag. But if it can't be extra super de-duper oaky, then this super de-duper like cherry sweet is another bourbon I'd like to meet. Let's put some of day 16 down the chimney to see if the carpet matches the drapes. What is that? Ooh, seems to be a multi-bugger. The carpet does not match the curtains. The nose was super ooey gooey cherry. The palate is kind of like badass and like dark and deep and rustic. Like one of the Ben Holiday one barrels just has this feeling to it that I call old style tavern whiskey. Like if you were rocking it in the Old West, back in the old Western days, and you kicked open the saloon doors and they're all flap. Then you walked in and you're like, whiskey. And they were like, shoo. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of old school friggin' saloon style whiskey. There is a something up front that's kind of malty. Kind of making me think that this might be malty, like a malty something, because it has this maltiness up front that you can't really shake. And as I maneuver through this, I'm trying to determine whether or not I like it. And if I do, how much. This is a different pour. This is very unique. It's certainly a different experience. If you're a sweet bourbon drinker, you're gonna love the nose. But when you get to the palate, away she goes. I think you're getting yourself into a situation where you're spending time with this innocent, sweet little lady that you swiped the right direction on and you met at a super innocent place. She smelled lovely, and the slight red flags that she threw up, you completely ignored. Then she brought you back to her place, and by her place, I mean the back seat of her 1996 Geo Tracker. She seemed so sweet at first. Turns out, she's a freak in the sheets. And that's what's happening here. The nose, oh so nice. The palate, look out. What are we dealing with here? Third and final sip, and I have to do a lot of thinking with very little drinking. There's not much left. Weird. It's so weird. The front of the palate feels like it's gonna go in a Scotch direction, and then just as it's heading towards that super icy intersection where all of the problems are gonna occur, it kind of veers off in this super capable, snow-tired Geo Tracker sort of way and just changes gears into this different experience. It goes from like a Scotch up front to kind of a funky berried bourbon on the back. Taking a peek at my blind ranking scoreboard, and although I think this is a super unique, special whiskey that makes you think a lot and kind of keeps you on your toes and gets your brain working, it does a lot of cool things on the palate. Unfortunately, I don't love the flavors all that much. They're just not my jam. They're not up my alley or nor near up my bottom. Therefore, I need to put this pour towards the bottom. And I'll say that this will be number 24. What were we drinking on day 16? That's a great question. Hard Truth Farmer's Reserve Sweet Mash, a blend of straight whiskeys. Sweet mash, bourbon, and chocolate malt rye, finished in Amberana, celebrity collab with John Mellencamp, 106 proof. Well, that explains that. Country roads to a place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mom. John friggin' Mellencamp. That's gonna do it for day number 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 9 more days remain. 9 more pours, 9 more ounces, 9 more blind scores, or just blind rankings. Will we have a true number 1? Who's to say? But I appreciate you joining me today. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind. On joining me this Friday, December 19th, 2025, gonna do a little watch party again. Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. Anderson Silva versus Tyron Woodley. Live on Netflix, we're gonna have a little watch party. If you're a Netflix subscriber, you can watch the fight right along with me this Friday night. What will I be drinking? It's a good question. And I've got some stuff up my sleeve. But I think it'll be an enjoyable time as long as Netflix has got their shit together, unlike the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight, which we couldn't really watch. The only part we really saw together as a team was Mike Tyson's bare ass, which was nice.